Welcome to this explainer. Okay, let's be real. Moving is incredibly stressful, right? You're literally swimming in a sea of cardboard boxes, trying to figure out where on earth the packing tape went, and I bet the absolute last thing you want to do is stand in a 2-hour line at a government building. I totally get it. But today, we're going to completely demystify a crucial part of your move. Consider this your ultimate step-by-step guide to conquering the California DMV online portal. By the end of this explainer, you'll know exactly how to manage this entire process for free, right from your couch. So, picture this. You've finally unpacked the kitchen, your Wi-Fi is officially up and running, and you're just starting to settle into your new place. You moved all the boxes, but did you tell the DMV? Look, it is so easy to overlook this step when your brain is totally fried from furniture deliveries and setting up your streaming services. But updating your DMV address, it isn't just a casual recommendation. It's a critical, can't-miss step that impacts your legal standing, your driving privileges, and honestly, your peace of mind. Here's our roadmap for today. We'll cover the 10-day rule, what to do before you click start, the actual online address change process, and finally, what happens after you hit submit.
All right, let's dive right into Section 1, the 10-day rule.
California state law actually requires residents to notify the DMV of a new address within exactly 10 days of moving. 10 days. So whether you're moving just down the street in the exact same city, or you're coming in from all the way across the state, the very moment you change residences, that 10-day countdown begins for your driver's license, your ID card, and your vehicle registration.
And here is exactly why that 10-day window matters so much. If you fail to update your address, the state is still going to send vital documents to your old home. We're talking about vehicle registration renewal notices, traffic tickets, or even court notices. Think about it. If you miss a registration deadline just because the notice went to your old house, you're going to face late penalties and fines. If you miss a traffic ticket or a court notice, you could actually be looking at a suspended license. The state of California definitely does not forgive missed deadlines just because the mail went to an outdated address on file.
Before we go any further, we really need to debunk a super common myth. A lot of people think that if they fill out the official U.S. Postal Service change of address form, and pay that little $10 verification fee online, that it automatically tells the DMV they moved. Well, spoiler alert, it doesn't. The USPS process updates your postal records, sure, but that data absolutely does not propagate over to the California DMV database. You have to take direct, separate action on the state DMV portal to update your driving records for law enforcement and official state notices. Moving on to Section 2, before you click Start. First things first, we need to make sure you're actually eligible to use the FAST online system. We really don't want you hitting a frustrating dead end 20 minutes from now. Online eligibility is basically for standard California driver's license or ID card holders who have an active Social Security number. On the flip side, you are required to use a paper form, that's the DMV 14 form, or actually visit an office in person if you don't have an SSN, if you have a leased vehicle, if you hold an out-of-state commercial driver's license, or if you've applied for a real ID but just haven't received it yet. So if you fall into that second group, you'll need to go the paper route. But assuming you are eligible for the online portal, here's a really simple checklist to prevent any cognitive overload. Just get these items sitting on the desk right next to you before you start. You're going to need your current physical ID card, your exact old and new addresses, your date of birth, and your Social Security number. Now look closely at that last item on the list. You absolutely need the exact issue date printed on your current physical card. Don't skip that. The system uses this specific date as a security verification measure to prevent identity theft. You'll be entering all this information into your My DMV account. Think of this as your centralized digital hub for California drivers. It's incredibly convenient. And you know what the best part is? Using this portal to update your database records is absolutely 100% free. Okay, let's get into the main event. Section 3, the online address change. The online workflow essentially breaks down into 4 easy stages. In step 1, you'll log in and the system will authenticate you using that Social Security number, your date of birth, and the card issue date we just talked about. In step 2, you'll enter your new physical and mailing addresses and the system will cross-check the formatting. Step 3 is where you update your vehicles in what they call your My DMV garage. And finally, in step 4, thanks to the National Motor Voter Act, you'll get a prompt to either opt in and have the DMV electronically forward your new address to update your voter registration, or you can just decline and handle that yourself later. Now this brings us to a crucial point, and honestly, a massive gotcha for so many people. Changing your driver's license address does not automatically update your vehicle registration. Seriously, people update their license profile, click submit, and just assume their cars are covered. They aren't. If you don't explicitly add your vehicles during step 3, your car's registration records will be completely stranded at your old house. Fortunately, though, the system does give you a pretty great shortcut. If you live in a multi-car household, you can update up to 3 vehicles in a single online transaction, provided all of those vehicles are moving to the exact same new physical address. This is a fantastic actionable tip that literally saves you from having to initiate multiple separate portal sessions for every single car in your driveway. To successfully link those cars in your MyDMV garage, you're going to need a few specific details. For each vehicle, you must provide the license plate number and the last 5 digits of the vehicle identification number, the VIN. If it's a boat, it's the HIN. So, pro tip, before you sit down at the computer, walk out to your car, look through the windshield at the dashboard, or grab your old registration paperwork and jot down those last 5 VIN digits. Almost done. Section 4. After you hit submit. All right, we really need to clear up the absolute biggest source of confusion in this entire process. Submitting your address online is just a database update. It's totally free, it makes you legally compliant within that 10-day window, but, and this is key, you keep your old physical driver's license. The DMV doesn't automatically mail you a new card. If you actually want a brand new piece of plastic in your wallet with your new address printed right on it, you have to separately request a replacement card. That is entirely optional, and currently it costs $36. A lot of people do pay this fee just to avoid hassles with banks or airport security, but again, for basic legal compliance, the free database update is all you strictly need. Chronologically, here's what to expect. On day 1, you submit the online application. It takes up to 3 business days for the DMV to internally process that and actually update your master database record for law enforcement and mail routing. Now, if you did choose to spend the $36 for a physical replacement card, you should expect to wait about 3 to 4 weeks for that new license to finally arrive in your mailbox. To wrap up the process, here are a few quick action-oriented insights. First, always take a screenshot or save the email confirmation when you hit submit, just in case there's some weird glitch. Second, if you opted into the voter update, give it a few weeks and then verify your status with the Secretary of State. And finally, remember that because driving records are tied strictly to an individual's social security number, you cannot consolidate multiple family members into one update. Meaning, if you and your spouse both move, you both have to log in and do this entirely separately. As a quick reminder, this explainer is strictly for informational purposes. The content we've covered today shouldn't be taken as official legal or state-level advice. Always make sure to verify your specific details directly with official California DMV resources, as rules, exact fees, and processing times are, well, always subject to change by the state government. So you finally unpacked the boxes, you found the coffee maker, thank goodness, but that 10-day clock is ticking loud and clear. Are you ready to log in and secure your driving records today? It really only takes a few minutes, and the peace of mind is totally worth it. If you found this explainer helpful, please hit that subscribe button, share it with a friend or family member who is currently moving, and turn on notifications so you never miss our structured guides. Also, jump into the comments below. Did you run into any weird glitches on the MyDMV portal? Share your tips to help out the community. Thanks so much for watching, and happy unpacking.